So I saw a quote and it said that dating for most women has become a humiliation ritual. But I think for me, I want to take it a step farther. And what I want to say is dating for most women, when it comes to men, has become a form of self-harm. Hear me out. Hear me out. If you ever want to know what a woman truly feels about herself on a fundamental level, how she truly feels and thinks about herself, it's going to show up in two ways. It's going to show up in the partners that she selects and the relationships that she keeps. I have come to understand that when I was at my lowest, when I was not confident, when I was unsure, when I was unhealthy, when I was mentally, emotionally, physically suffering, if I was in a relationship at that time, they were the worst relationships ever. Because I did not love myself, I was attracting people who did not love me. Because I did not care about myself, I was attracting men who did not care about me. When I questioned my self-worth, I attracted men who did not treat me like I was worthy. Part of being the prize is knowing you're the prize and carrying yourself accordingly. And these are skill sets that we have to teach younger women. Coming into womanhood is hard. It is hard. And I wish more ladies talked about this, because coming into your femininity and figuring out how you want to show up in this world is confusing if you have no one to guide you. And womanhood and navigating femininity is a skill set. But one thing I have noticed is that as a woman, don't you ever date from a low place. And that is why I tell women all the time, get yourself together mentally, physically, financially, and emotionally. Do not date just to date. Everything in your life should have intention and purpose. As a woman, you do not have the luxury of being nonchalant. Women carry life. Women carry children. Women carry a social responsibility that most men will never understand. And knowing this as a woman, I want to pass this on to other women. Quick story time. I remember when my life was horrible and I was in a relationship with someone, and it was like emotionally, financially, mentally, everything was going wrong and my life was in chaos. And I remember dating someone during this time period, and it was the worst. It was one of the most abusive relationships that I've ever been in. Two examples of abuse I can just think of off the top of my head. I remember being in a car, driving and arguing with this person. And while I'm driving, I remember this person punching me in my face and making my nose bleed while I'm driving. I also remember going to celebrate my birthday and inviting this person along. And it was a huge concert, and this person got totally trashed. And he became very unruly. And because I did not want to deal with that, I went back to the hotel and went to bed. And this person came back to the hotel, and while I was asleep, physically beat me up. Crazy, right? And I remember during this time saying to myself, what am I doing so wrong that I am not showing up for this person in the way that he needs? Can you imagine someone injuring you and you saying, what did I do to deserve this? Why is this person injuring me? Can I help this person solve whatever problem he's going through to keep him from doing this to me, and realizing, or helping this person realize that I deserve more? That is such valuable thinking. Like, what? This person is abusing me. And something in me clicked during that time period. And I said, no more, and hell no. The better I became about myself as far as what my standards were, when I improved my mental health, when I improved my financial health, when I started showing up for myself, when I started exercising, going to the gym, reading, and dealing with the root issues in my own life, then I stopped attracting certain people and partners, because I wasn't putting up with that shit. I wasn't doing it anymore. I understood that I had value. I understood that I was precious. I understood that I was worth it. And I then began to attract partners who also understood that. This channel, I'm gonna give it to you raw and real, because I see so many women enduring things that have nothing to do with them. If you really want to know how you feel about yourself. It is going to show up in the partner that you select and the relationships that you keep. If something around you is not pleasing to you and it is being mirrored back to you, it is up to you to figure out how to change that. And there is no shame in leaving. There is no shame in fixing yourself. There is no shame in starting over. There is no shame in pivoting. There is no shame in realizing your mistake and closing the door on it. None. So ladies, please do not allow dating these men to become a form of self-harm to you.